Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. My name is Ona Chambers, and I want to welcome you to our morning meditation. It's about 15 minutes, and I like to read from Mark Nepo's books. This is his Book of Awakening, if you can see it. And I just pick a reading that struck me yesterday when I was reading through the book. So I hope you enjoy it. Please sit back in your seat and take a couple of deep cleansing breaths and let go of everything it took to get here this morning. Feel yourself joining in union with Spirit. Let it suffuse your whole system, your whole consciousness with the truth of who you really are, which is divine. Today's reading is called To Hunt or Hide. The quote is by Robert Mason, and he says, "If to hunt or hide is twin-edged madness, then faith's the courage to risk and receive. I close my eyes and am impaled by light." We spend so much of our time on earth running after or running from. In our want of love, we chase after someone or set ourselves up as bait. In our dreams of success, we hunt after goals and hide from what others perceive as failure. And none of it, none of the strategizing to land a job or the hiding in order to prevent being hurt, can reward us with peace or protect us from life. I wasted so many hours, not just in trying to get published, but in hunting for the right publisher that would make me feel worthy in the eyes of others. None of that effort, even when successful, brought me any closer to the pulse of life that writing uncovered for me in the first place. We often fantasize in secret, imagining life that is better elsewhere if we could just get there. We often work harder in our dreams than in our life. We tend to do this with our want for a more satisfying relationship. We imagine that somewhere outside the life we are living, there waits a man or a woman who will alleviate all our pain and all our numbness. So we hide from our dissatisfaction with the life we've created and secretly hunt for an imagined cure for what it means to be who we are. As Robert Mason so wisely infers, our resource to complacency and unhappiness is not to hunt for bigger game or to hide our deeper hurts, nor is it to move our inner furniture to another town or bedroom. Our greatest chance to change our life is to close our habits of mind and to open our ever-virgin hearts. Close your eyes and breathe slowly. Imagine that what wakes in you has lived forever, and that it wakes within a soft and resilient casing of tissue that will take you wherever you want. That you have these delicate surfaces through which to feel wind and see light and sense the spirit everything else has sense the spirit of everything else that has lived forever. Now, imagine that once awake, you walk in a world where small creatures fly around our heads and sing, where colorful, juicy things grow on trees, that you can eat what grows from the earth. Imagine that there is always water running nearby, and that you can wash the tiredness from your face as often as you like. Imagine that once awake, you live in a time where there are others you can talk to about this miracle of being alive. Others you can laugh with and cry with. Others you can love. Imagine you can open your eyes and dance in a world where water can fall from the sky, that you can open your throat and a song can come out of it, that you can find the sun and let it warm the flower of you into being. Now, open your eyes and receive that it is all true. It is all here. It is all now. Thank you for joining us for the meditation. In 15 minutes, our service will start. So you have time to do something else for a few minutes, and then please come back and join us. Thank you very much.
It's nice to see everyone's smiling faces this morning. This is the Center for Spiritual Living in Eugene, and we are excited to have you here with us today. And for those of you joining online, we are happy to have you joining us today as well. Welcome home. So we're going to start off with a little bit of a catchy one this morning, and we're hoping that you'll join us and stand if you're able. Maybe some of you will recognize this, and the lyrics are on your screen. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm walking and talking with my mind stayed on spirit. I'm walking and talking with my mind stayed on spirit. I'm walking and talking with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Been giving and praying with my mind stayed on spirit. I'm giving and praying with my mind stayed on spirit. I'm giving and praying with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. All right. If you will say hello to your neighbor, greet each other this morning, and show each other your smiling faces. And here at the center, we have a global vision. We have a global vision of a world that works for everyone. I'd like to send a special love over to South Korea this morning. Yeah. And everywhere else where there may be something happening in the world where they're not feeling as blessed this morning as we are to be here together. Hope you'll join us. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. Send your joy, send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the seas. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my prayer. I send my prayer over the mountains. I send my prayer over the sea. I send my prayer into the heavens.
Good morning. Welcome, everybody, here to the Center for Spiritual Living in Eugene. My name is Reverend Donna Starr, and it is my honor to be your presider for the day. I want to welcome everybody here this morning. Everybody's looking sunshiny on this cloudy day. I'm really enjoying that. And I'm really happy to say thank you for everybody who's joining us from home or wherever you may be. We feel your love, and I'm just knowing that you're going to feel ours as well. I'm going to read the Declaration of Principle, I believe, is up here. Our global vision. Okay. This sounds good. This is part of our global vision. It is, we envision a world where each and every person discovers his or her or their own personal power and ability to create an individual life that works within a world that works for everyone. Yeah. I'd like to invite Kathy Day, our practitioner of the day, to the stage to do our opening treatment and set the tone for our service.
We normally do a little song. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony. Peace has come, for we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony. Peace has come, for we are one. So right here and right now, we remember and acknowledge that spirit is everything that is. Everything that we see, everything that we feel, everything that we are is spirit in expression. And yet spirit is so much more. It is the power that holds the planets in their orbit, that creates worlds. This power, this presence called us forth into being, supports us and sustains us and guides us through our life. So we open this morning to know that this morning's messages by Maggie and Reverend Liz are inspired ideas in the mind of God that come forth to be shared. And I know this morning's music is inspired as well, that everything has come together. The technology, the people, the place have come together over many years to be right here and right now in this moment in time to create this perfect gift for us. So we accept this gift of spirit through spirit into our experience as we give the gift of our presence being here right now and opening to a greater and grander idea of what and who we are. I release this treatment to the law of mind that knows what to do and how to do it to make this so right here and right now. And so it is.
Thank you, Kathy. I'd like to share with you today's affirmation. Well, actually, it's for the whole month. This will be the last affirmation for October. I'm going to go through it, read it first, and then I would like to invite everybody to join me, and the affirmation is on the slide. The universe is infinite abundance, constantly being, flowing, and expressing through all of creation. This is what I am made of, limitless good. And now together. The universe is infinite abundance, constantly being, flowing, and expressing through all of creation. This is what I am made of, limitless good. Good? God. Radiant, you just always bring it right back to the truth of principle is that it is all God, and I appreciate you. Today's month, the theme of the month is finances, and our topic today is written here somewhere.
On the sheet there, under Liz and Maggie's name on the right-hand side.
Just tell me. Oh, I found it. Okay. You know, we just flow with it. All right. The topic today is share it. Do take a slice of my pie. I would like to introduce our High Watch practitioner. Is High Watching from home out in Coquille, close to Coos Bay, in case nobody knew that. The practitioner Charmaine Mitchell. Today, our musician is Dwayne Day with our house band with Matt and Mo. Our speakers today are Mary Covarrubias and Reverend Liz Chrysostomo. I got that right. And so right now, I would like... Huh? What did I say? You said Mary. I'm so sorry. My middle name is Mary. I was on it. Practitioner Maggie Mary Covarrubias. And at this time, I would like to thank the Reverend Linda Lundry Starr for being our song leader today and invite the musicians to the stage.
I already bum rushed the stage, I guess. I've been looking forward to this Sunday for a very, very long time. So thank you for having me here. Thank you. This is a song I wrote some time ago, and it's called A Smile on the Face of God. There's a little bit at the end where I hope you'll sing along with me. I'll let you know when that comes. I believe in a God of pure love, one perfect source we are all part of. No angry tyrant far above. That's not God's way at all. Now why would perfection want us to fear? That's not the reason that we are here. Open your heart and it becomes so clear, the smile on the face of God. So many ways that smile is expressed, and all the wonders that I love the best, moments of beauty with which I'm blessed, that fills my heart with awe. I look up to see an egret in flight, watch dewdrops sparkle in the morning light, and I perceive to my delight the smile on the face of God. We are born with a will that's free into a world of possibilities. As I believe, so life proceeds for me. It's true for everyone. We all live in one holy embrace. Every member of the human race, manifestations of amazing grace, the smiles on the face of God. We are born with a will that's free into a world of possibilities. As I believe, so life proceeds for me. That's true for everyone. It's true for everyone. We all live in one holy embrace throughout all time and in every space. One love radiates from every face, its light brighter than the sun. And as you manifest amazing grace, so you will come to see that your own life must be a smile on the face of God. I am a smile on the face of God. I am a smile on the face of God. Sing this with me now. I am a smile on the face of God. I am a smile on the face of God. Now I am a smile on the face of God. On the face of God. I am a smile on the face of God. Now I am a smile on the face of God. On the face of God. I am a smile on the face of God. Oh, I am a smile on the face of God. On the face of God. I am a smile on the face of God. Yes, we are all smiles. I'm a smile on the face of God. On the face of God. I am a smile on the face of God. And so we are. Thank you so much.
Dwayne Day, thank you so much for your beautiful, beautiful song. For those of you who are wondering where Reverend Linda is today, this is our 5th Sunday of the month, which is Practitioner Sunday. And so the rest of us who hold practitioner license and ministerial license get to play on the sandbox of the pulpit. And we thank Reverend Linda for the generosity of her space so that we get to do that. If you haven't already, please remember to silence your cell phones. And as you're remembering the lyrics to Mr. Day's wonderful, wonderful song about being a smile on the face of God, just open yourself to receive the messages of today. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. Okay, now we recognize and welcome Kathy back to the microphone, who was going to tell us a little bit about our speakers today.
Yes. Yes, meditation. We are open and we are receptive to all the ways that our good is manifest to us. There is love that surrounds us, embraces us. If we are seeing shadows, we have only to turn back to the light, and the shadows are behind us. We open our eyes to the beauty that surrounds us, the beauty of nature, but also the beauty of process. All of the processes that support us in our living. We are so blessed. But if we're not paying attention, we might not notice. We might take things for granted. So take this moment to consider all the good that comes to you, from your groceries to your clothing, to your homes, all the love that has been put into creating those things and those processes to bring those things to you. We are flooded with gifts. Our good comes to us in all the diverse forms that we require it. All to support our unfolding as love, light, life, power, peace, beauty, and joy. For that is what we are. Breathe in love and breathe out gratitude. Breathe in love and breathe out gratitude. And so it is.
Good morning. This is my first time speaking here, so. Woohoo! Little nervous, nervous, like my husband would say. Got some nervios going on. But when I looked at the weekly topic, share it, do take a slice of my pie. I started doing some reading about generosity and giving, and I found some beautiful stories out there that I could share with you. And then I realized that I have a story I can tell you that's a story I actually witnessed, and it really touched me, so I want to share it with you. And it's really about how giving makes such a difference to a community, to a family, to individuals. So most of my career has been spent in human resources. And at one point I was hired by a small engineering firm in Washington that was starting, it was a small engineering company that was moving into solar energy. So very exciting. They've got this established group, small group, and they're going to move into, our motto was, we're going to change the way the world uses energy. I still remember it. It's like 12 years ago. I still remember it. So what's required when you're bringing out a new product and it's cutting edge is often funding. So we went out for venture capital. And we started hiring people. I think we started with 35 people. And we were hiring up, and we had this money flow come in from some very generous investors. And we started creating this renewable energy product. And it was fabulous. It was this solar dish, and it would like wake up with the sun, and it would track the sun, and then it would stow itself. And it operated with a wonderful engine called the Stirling engine, which was a little tricky. And I tell you this because often when people get things out to market, it's fairly quick. Ours was not a quick progress. So we're about a year into this, and we'd had this great funding, and I've hired some really great people. And when they brought me on, they said to me, we want to get great people that will do great work for the company. And as HR director, we want you to delight them. Wow. I was like, I am in the right place. We want you to delight them. So we come to this juncture, which is about a year in, and our first round of funding is running out. And so it's a little nerve-wracking. And people know it. You think people don't know things in companies? Wrong. Everybody knows. So it was beginning to be a very nerve-wracking period of time, and we knew that there was some second round of funding coming in. It was going to come in pretty soon, and our leaders were very excited about it, but there was going to be this period of time when we were going to be lean. So we went out to the employees, and I think there were about 100 at the time, and we said, this is what's happening. You know, the second round's coming in. But what we're going to need to survive until that second round comes in is for everyone to take a pay cut for 3 months. And so we took this out to the employees, and we'd built a great culture. It was just a great people. We were so blessed. And everybody stayed. Everybody stayed. But as a few days into it, I'm thinking about the ramifications of what's going to happen with the finances. I start to think about a young engineer named Justin, who had a couple of children, small children, and his wife had just had a baby. Her work was in the home, so he was the main stream of income. And it really started to, kind of weigh on my mind that he was going to have to go through this. And so I went into the CEO's office, and I said, I'd been thinking about this. I'd been doing some mad Maggie math about whether I could sacrifice a little bit more, could I give to him? And so I went into the CEO's office and I said, I've been thinking about this a lot, and I want you to take more out of my pay so that Justin doesn't have to, be lean with this young family. And I knew the CEO pretty well, and he looked at me and he started laughing. And I said, okay, JD, I know, this is a weird thing to say, but I want to do this. And why is that funny to you? And he said, because you're the fourth person who's come into my office to make that offer. Nice. The generosity was amazing. And as that time went on and we headed for the little down slope that we were going to go through, people started looking around and saying, well, maybe Nancy, we should think about Nancy. What is Nancy's situation? So there was this really village of engineers, technicians, support people. We all got together and we decided how that was going to happen. So instead of it being a one-size-fits-all, it became this amazing, generous moment in that firm. And as we came out of that, and we did get our money, and people came out of that, it just did such an amazing thing for people because they felt that they could give. Justin's family was well taken care of, and he contributed without having to worry. He was able to take care of his family. And it just built a stronger culture for us. We were all together, and I don't know if I've ever seen a culture like that again in my work life, because we all pitched in together and everyone helped each other. And I think sometimes it can be, and especially when you're looking at the news now, there's a lot of attention to divisiveness. There's a lot of attention to lack. There's a lot of attention to, well, if she has that, why don't I have double or whatever? But I bet if everyone here in this room sits down and thinks for a minute, you can think of some act of generosity that you either performed or someone did for you. Isn't that amazing? Because spirit is always giving. It's a ripple in a pond. You drop that pebble of love in, that pebble of generosity, and out it goes. And it ripples out across the world. Those are the quiet moments. Everyone hears the water rushing, from the waterfall, but that little pebble ripples out and blesses the water around it. And that's what we are. We can drop that pebble in. We can bless others. We can be that generous, amazing power in the world. So when you think about source, and I know for me, I can think, when I think of source sometimes, I think of beautiful roses and abundance in nature. And then I think sometimes we think of finances or money and it goes from this to, no. But it's all energy. It's all love and energy, and we can give and receive. So I invite you today to be really open to that, to be open to that generosity, giving and receiving, because it's all there. And I never thought, really, I would ever see in a company environment an act of love and generosity like I saw in that company. It's obviously stayed with me. This is like 10 years ago. I still remember it. I read another quote that I thought was kind of beautiful this week. And this is actually from Warren Buffett. Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. So as we drop those pebbles into the water, as we see that ripple, we don't know where it's going to go. Years later, I'm still in touch with some of these people from Infinia Corporation. It was called Infinia Corporation. We're still in touch. We share a bond because we got through this rough time together. And we didn't just get small and say, no, this is mine. I can't help you. We expanded and said, who needs help? And how can we help? Mm-hmm. That generosity, that love, that spirit, all around us, within us. I'm so blessed by it. And I am so blessed to be a part of this community. I'm so appreciative of being here, of the amazing, loving, generous souls that are here. And so that was a story that spoke to me, and I wanted to share that with you and share my love and tell you how blessed I am to be part of this community. And so it is.
All right. I love that story. That was really great. So I'm honored just for this song to have Mo playing with me. And this one I wrote the music, and the title came to me about 20 years ago And many years later, the lyrics showed up. But anyway, it seemed like it might be appropriate with the kind of abundance and prosperity orientation of today's theme. It's called Love of a Grateful Heart. Now there's a choice that I make when I wake up every day. Will I focus on the worst or the best? It affects my experience in unexpected ways, more powerful than I might have guessed. If I dwell on my problems, more problems I will find. I'll run into despair and distress. But keeping my good fortune as the focus of my mind, I'm always increasingly blessed. The universe is ready to shower me with good, and thankfulness makes it start. But when I take life for granted, it sets me adrift and keeps me from seeing all the wonderful gifts that start to appear the moment I make the shift to the love of a grateful heart. It's a choice you can make as you move through your day, to focus on the worst or the best will affect your experience in unexpected ways, more powerful than you might have guessed. If you dwell on your problems, that's all you're gonna find. And your life looks like an ugly mess. But think of your good fortune and hold it in your mind, and you'll be increasingly blessed. The universe is waiting to shower you with good, and gratitude makes it start. But if you take life for granted, it will set you adrift and keep you from seeing all the wonderful gifts that start to appear as soon as you make the shift to the love of a grateful heart. I live my life in gratitude. It permeates my whole attitude, makes me such a happy dude. That's the power of a grateful heart. Mo Schneider. Thank you so much.
Good morning, all you beautiful godlings. Right here in the sanctuary, and the godlings that are in the sanctuary of their own homes. My name is Reverend Liz, and I am your second or last speaker for today's Sunday service. Now, when I saw the title was Share It, Ferret, Take a Slice of My Pie, the only thing that came to mind when I saw this are the 3 T's. Time, talents, treasures. That's what we are being called to share. Now let's unpack this. Let's begin with time. When you woke up this morning and realized that you're still on planet Earth, you were given another 86,400 seconds of life. That's a lot of seconds. So what we need to ask ourselves is, how do you plan to spend that time? Now, I would like to acknowledge the godlings who give their time to our spiritual community. I'm talking about the greeters, the ushers, the practitioners, and the wonderful sound system team who give of their time for sacred service here every Sunday. Yay. The other T, talents. It is evident that our musicians and singers share their God-given talents with us on Sunday mornings to inspire, uplift, and empower us. You see, they know at some level of their beingness that their talents are God-given and they're meant to be shared for the enjoyment of others. And that's how they give a slice of their pie. Now, the other T, treasures. This can be a slippery slope for some. And the treasures, sharing our treasures, we're talking about tithing to our spiritual community. Now, I am sure that you have heard about tithing 10% of your income to your spiritual home. Here's a story about John D. Rockefeller. We all know who he is. At one point in his life, his peak worth was estimated at $536 billion. In an interview, these are his words. Now, these are his exact words that I'm quoting here. He says, quote, "Yes, I tithe, and I would like to tell you how it all came about. I had to begin work as a small boy to help support my mother. My first wages amounted to $1.50 per week. The first week after I went to work, I took the $1.50 home to my mother. She held the money in her lap and explained to me that she would be happy if I would give 1/10 of it to the Lord." And I did. And from that week until this day, I have tithed every dollar that God entrusted me. And I want to say, if I had not tithed that first dollar I made, I would not have tithed the first $1 million I made. He further says in his interview, he says to the reporter, "Tell your readers to train their children to tithe, and they will grow up to be faithful stewards of the Lord." End quote. Now, if Rockefeller's story didn't inspire you, maybe this next story will. 2 men, shipwrecked, found themselves on a deserted island. One man sits on the beach enjoying the water and the sand. The other man is running around the island frantically looking for materials and stuff to build a shelter. So he says to the man on the beach, "Hey, dude, come on. Get your butt up and help me find some materials and let's build a shelter, because we don't know how long we're going to be here, how long we're going to be stranded here before we get rescued." The man on the beach says, "Dude, calm down. We're going to be rescued soon. Because you see, my salary is in the high 6 figures. And a man, frantic man is saying, what does your salary have to do with us being rescued? He says, well, you see, dude, it's like this. I work for a big company. My salary is in the high 6 figures, and I tithe regularly. So I know my minister is going to find me. Now, this is my take on the subject of tithing. I believe that we give to our spiritual community, and I mean joyfully give. It is our way of saying, thank you, God, for all my blessings. And the law of circulation that says that what we give, we receive back multiplied is just God's way of saying, you are very welcome, my child. Here's more blessings for your enjoyment. That's my interpretation of that. So when we give our treasures by tithing, we give joyfully. We don't give and say, hey, now where's my multiplied return? Remember the old adage, the hand that gives, gathers. Now I'm going to complete my talk with one last story. A man dies. He finds himself at the pearly gates with St. Peter. You know, every time I hear that story about the pearly gates, I say to myself, one day when I am there at the pearly gates, I'm actually going to touch those pearly gates and see if they're actually made out of pearls. Wouldn't that be awesome? I mean, hear the pearly gates, right? So anyway, this man finds himself standing at the pearly gates with St. Peter. And St. Peter has a bunch of papers with him, which is the life review of this man. And St. Peter says, I see here that God has blessed you with wealth and success, but I don't see anywhere here where you contributed to charity or given to others who are less fortunate. The man started to get argumentative and said, whoa, Peter, old boy. No, you are wrong. I did give to the less fortunate. I remember very clearly giving $2 to a homeless person on the street. So St. Peter shuffles the paper around and says, oh, here it is. I see it now. You did give $2 to a homeless person in the street. The man smiled and said, see, I told you so. But St. Peter said, but I'm not sure what to do with you. I have to check with God. So St. Peter says, yo, God, I have a man here with me whom you have blessed with tremendous wealth, and he didn't share his wealth with the less fortunate, except for one time, which he pointed out to me, that he did give $2 to a homeless person. And God says, he pointed that out to you, did he now? And St. Peter said, yes, he did. Now, what should I do with him? And God says, I have to think about that for a moment. I'll get back to you. So a few moments later, from inside the pearly gates came God's voice. Yo, Peter, are you still with that soul who gave $2 to a homeless person? And Peter said, yes, God, he's right here with me. Have you decided what I should do with him? And God says, yes, I made a decision. Peter, give him $2 and send him to hell. So when you give, don't focus on the multiplied return coming back through you. Through the law of circulation, give joyfully of your time, talents, and treasures. And then let go and let God be God. And now I am complete. I thank you. Sizu usmaase. Gracias. Grazie. Mercy. Mahalo. Dzięki des. I bid you namaste.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the laughter. A good laugh is a gift. So this is our time of giving here at the Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. I've been a tither for over 20 years. And when I first started, I was unemployed and had no idea what I was going to do. And then as soon as I started working, I just started tithing then. And I have to say, it's really worked out pretty well for us in all sorts of wonderful ways. So if you'll hold your gift in your hand and just say within you, I give this gift freely with great love. I know it goes out into the world and does great work. This is my gift to Spirit for the good that I receive. I am so blessed. And so it is.
Everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and knowing
There's always enough. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks with this offering. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks for everything. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks with this offering. Oh yeah. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks for everything.
Woo! Now, yay, it's not me.
I just want to, let's just thank our speakers once again, Maggie and Reverend Liz. Thank you so much. And our guest artist today, Dwayne, for beautiful, beautiful, sweet, soulful music. Really appreciate it. So we're going to run through some opportunities to be involved with your community and for education and other expressions of spirit. Each Tuesday at 10:30 is in the morning. The Men's Coffee Group meets at the 5th Street Market Food Court. You can contact Bruce Fingerhood for more information. Also on Tuesdays, our ongoing book discussion here at the center from 1 to 3 p.m. Currently, we're discussing the mysticism of global awareness, and you can connect with Sandra Chavez for more information. The center's newest ministers, Reverend Linda Landry Starr and myself, Reverend Nana Starr, we will be offering a midweek gathering each Wednesday from 6:30 to 7:30 beginning in January. This is a family-friendly gathering. If you would like to be a part of the planning committee, you can show up here on November 2nd, which is this coming Wednesday, for a visioning planning from 6 to 8. On November 5th, we have special guests, the Revs Melissa and Z. They will present their workshop, The Enneagram Experience. Here is a short video clip. There is no video clip. Not here today. However, the video clip is available on our website and it is also available on Facebook, along with all kinds of information about upcoming events and social opportunities. Go to our website. Stay after our. Yes, Reverend.
I'm the person who put the slides together, and I left one out.
Oh,
Next Sunday is the first Sunday of the month, and that is the men's breakfast. And they have the men's breakfast the first Sunday of the month at the Gateway Grill. And I believe that is now, John, is it at 8:30? Probably. Show up somewhere at the Gateway Grill next Sunday if you're a guy, and there may be other people you recognize. Have breakfast with them.
so the Reverend the Reverend Linda Finley has announced that the men's breakfast, the first Sunday of the month men's breakfast, will be at 8:30 next Sunday at the Gateway Grill, we think. And please stay with us after service on November 13th for our Sound Room fundraiser concert. It will be featuring the house band and many of our favorite local musicians, including
Haley just stepped up to say she will be there too.
including Haley and my wife. Just saying. And now I think I'm complete. And I would like to invite our practitioner, Radiant Gains.
And as a little last minute ditty, Matt, will you join me in a little kind of noodling prayer wonderfulness? So today's Practitioner Sunday, and we have started a new thing of creating a space of healing in our community. And you know, we all have the power of prayer. We all have the power to connect to the oneness. You don't have to have a license. Although the people that we have in our fellowship who do have a license have studied for a very long time to use pretty flowery words. But really all you need to do is know that God is all there is in all situations. So I invite anyone who's going through a hard time right now, who just needs some prayer work, to stand. And if you're at home, I invite you to stand too, because we still see you. You're still one with us. We still know. Is anybody going through something they'd want to stand? Okay. Can you give me a word for that? For what you'd like prayer for, Patricia? Just one word. Okay. Do you have a word? Okay. Fair. Now, is there anyone in this room who would hold space for anyone who's raised their hand? Now, isn't that a healing thing to know that all of these people would know the highest and best truth for you, that would hold space for you? So, with that, I would like everyone to just think about someone that they love that has passed on in faith of All Saints' Day that's right around the corner. Just think of someone you love and visualize them in this room with us. I'm going to visualize Carol Mapp. And Carol Mapp was my prayer partner for many years. And I visualize her praying with me now. And now I will go into a prayer for this healing circle. I know that there is only one power, one complete presence that I call God in all things. And I know that as God is all there is, I speak these words of God into action, and I hold complete conviction of heart. That I know and affirm for anyone at home who stood up and anyone in the center who stood up, the complete healing and rejuvenation that is needed. That we grow in this connection of healing and knowing for each other, and that we always remember that God is all there is in all things. And as Carol would say, that there is always love and always a place for love and always a place to be loved. And I'm so grateful to be a part of a community that can all know this together, that grows together in this love and supports each other to flourish and thrive. And I release this into the consciousness and set it free by saying, and so it is. Namaste. And now if you'll stand, we'll sing the peace song. Let there there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. We are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment